Welcome back. Last episode, we talked about something uncomfortable, but honestly, it was freeing. Most business ideas are useless, and that's normal. Today, we are talking about the next logical steps. If ideas are just guesses, then what should come before a business? The answer is simple, but people ignore it all the time. The problem comes first, the business comes second. And if you reverse that order, you don't just waste time, you build in the dark. If you respect this order, you learn faster, you spend less time, and you stop lying to yourself. Alright, let's talk about why most people start backwards. Most people start like this: I want to start a business. So, what business should I start? And that sounds reasonable, but it's backwards because business is not a desire, business is a response to a problem that already exists. So when you start with I want a business, you begin hunting for ideas instead of observing reality. You sit there trying to force inspiration like it's homework. And that's how imaginary businesses are born. Businesses that sound exciting in your head but don't survive when it's in contract with real people. So, if you want to do this the smart way, you don't start by asking, what can I build? You start by asking, what's already hurting people? Now, we need to define problem properly because people use that word loosely. A real business problem has three qualities. One, it causes pain, not just mild inconveniences. Two, people are already trying to solve it in some way. And three, people are willing to pay to remove it. If one of these is missing, it's probably not a business problem. It might be interesting, it might be annoying, it might be something people complain about online, but it's not something they'll pay for. And payment is what turns a problem into a business. This is where most ideas die: inconvenience versus pain. People confuse them. Inconvenience sounds like it would be better if this were faster. I wish this looked better. This is slightly annoying. Pain sounds like I am losing money because of it. This keeps wasting my time every single week. This stresses me out. This creates risk. This could get me in trouble. People tolerate inconvenience. They pay to remove pain. Businesses live where pain exists. And this is why a lot of cool startups fail. They are solving mild inconveniences for people who are already fine. Now, here's the tricky part. Listen closely. People don't always complain about their biggest problems. Sometimes they don't even talk about them. They adapt, they build workarounds, they lower expectations, they accept inefficiency like it's normal. So, your job isn't just to ask, what do people say they want? Because what people say and what people do are often different. Your job is to observe, what do they repeatedly struggle with? What do they spend time fixing? What do they already pay for, even if the solution is bad? Behavior reveals pain more accurately than words. If someone is paying for a bad solution, that's a giant signal. It means problem is painful enough that they'll tolerate nonsense just to reduce it. Now let's talk about solution first thinking because this is where founders get trapped. A lot of people start with the solution. They say, I built this feature, I created this app, I designed this service, and then they go hunting for a problem to attach to it. That rarely works because solution without problems feels forced. Customers can feel it immediately. The product feels like a random tool looking for a reason to exist. Good businesses feel obvious after they exist because the problem was always there. If you are struggling to exist, why people should care? It is because the problem isn't real enough, or it is real, but not for the people you are targeting. So, how do you identify real problems? You don't need a complicated framework, you need good observation. Look for things like repeated complaints, not one time rants, repeated patterns, manual workarounds, people doing weird hacks to get around something, people paying for bad solutions, especially if they complain while paying. frustration that doesn't go away, the kind people have learned to live with. And when you talk to people, ask for questions that pull out reality, such as what's the most annoying part of this process? What do you currently do about it? What happens if you don't fix it? How often does this happen? What does it cost you? Time, money, stress? And here's the rule: don't sell, just listen. The goal isn't to convince anyone yet. The goal is to understand what's true. And starting with problems saves you in three ways. One, it reduces ego because you are not trying to prove your idea is brilliant. You are trying to uncover what's real. Two, it reduces wasted money because you stop building first and hoping later. And three, it increases learning speed. You move from guessing to discovering, and discovering is cheaper than invention. Alright, let's wrap this up. In the next episode, we sharpen this even further. Who exactly is your customer and why being specific matters more than being big? Because even real problems fail when they are aimed at the wrong people. Season 2 is about discipline in thinking, and clarity is the first discipline. Thanks for listening. See you in the next one.